Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be going over some holiday deals from Sephora. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first ones I want to talk about are two kits from Bite Beauty. The first one is their Amuse Bouche Liquified lip set. So this one is $22 and it comes in this cute little box with this cute little overlay that says kiss across it. So you get 4 of their liquefied liquid lipsticks and a mini version. So you're going to get the shade Demi Glazed, Flambe, Braised, and Whip. Okay, so this is the shade Whip on my lips. These are really comfortable. They are literally just a melted lipstick. They're really creamy, they're really easy to put on, they're very pigmented. So I can still rub my lips together and nothing's catching or sticking. They're not sticky at all. These wear off really nicely. I don't notice any sort of like weird patches or anything with them. It's just a very smooth, pigmented, great lipstick. You know, we're kind of trained at this point to hear liquid lipstick and think matte, but these really just aren't that. They're still just like creamy. They dry down to a point where like they're not gonna fly all over your face, but they don't dry down to the point where they're transfer proof or where they're uncomfortable or drying at all for your lip. The applicator is like a doe foot, but it's longer and slanted back, and it comes to a rounded point, which I find to be really easy to use, and it makes it incredibly easy to really get into those crevices and line your lips. And I don't find that the doe foot picks up too much product, because that's my big thing. I don't want too much product because if I want to go back in for a little bit more to really fix up the edges, I don't want to come out with too much because then I've got a whole mess. So the doe foot just picks up the right amount of product and just lays it down perfectly and makes it just so easy to apply. Okay, so here's the shade Demi Glaze on my lips. I will say this is not the kind of color I would normally put on. It's definitely a really deep cherry brown kind of color, and it's just not really my jam. I don't love brown lipsticks on my skin tone. So I will say with this one I had a little bit more patchiness going on, but I just made sure and did a really smooth 2 layers, and that brought it up perfectly. So still just as comfortable, just as beautiful. Little side of my lip line there. This is also one of those colors that's going to make your teeth look yellower, so keep that in mind. Yeah, not my favorite. Okay, so this is the shade Braised. This is like probably the most true red out of the two. This one is going to be more orangey. This is also one of those colors that makes your teeth look super white, which is always good, you know? You know, I don't usually like red lipsticks on myself. I feel like I kind of look like a clown, but I'm kind of digging this one. This might be one of those ones that you need a lip liner with first, though. I don't normally wear lip liners with liquid lipsticks, but I feel like these are so creamy. If I'm gonna wear a red lip, I'm gonna need some lineage to help me out there. This also matches my shirt. It's a good holiday look. That's the shade Braised. We have one more. Okay, so this is Flambe on my lips. This is so not my color. Let's start there. But the formula is what we're talking about here. And this might be the color for some people. This is very orange. it's coming across a little bit deeper than it is in person. On my lips, in person, this is straight up orange. Like, this is orange. Yeah, don't love this color. But that's not the point here. Anyways, this is Flambe. If orange is your color, then this is going to be a good one for you. Again, I love the formula. They're so comfortable. They're so easy to wear. Definitely want a lip liner. At least with these darker colors. The nude, I don't think you need one. But with the darker colors, you're going to want a lip liner. But this is just one of my all-time favorite formulas I've ever found. So, on that same track, we've got the Perfect Bite Amuse Bouche lipstick set. This is 4 of their traditional Amuse Bouche lipsticks. These actually come in this cute little red tin that has their B logo there. So you open it up. This is actually going to be perfect for my purse. I'm so excited because you open it up and you've got a nice little mirror there. And it comes with a little slip to tell you what you got. So you got honeycomb, sugarcane, rhubarb, and cayenne. And then this is what the lipsticks look like. These are the cutest things I've ever seen in my entire life. For comparison, this is it next to a Urban Decay Vice lipstick. It's like half the size. It's so freaking cute. So, that's how much you get. It's a pretty decent size for a travel size lipstick. So this is going to be the shade Honeycomb. These are so creamy. Next, you've got the shade Sugarcane. The next shade is Rhubarb. And then finally, you have Cayenne. Okay, so this is the shade Honeycomb on my lips. I wanted to show a quick comparison. So this is Honeycomb and this is Whip. They're basically the exact same color. So, and I think that Cayenne and Flambe are going to be similar. Okay, so this one here is Cayenne, this is Flambe, and this is Braised. So Cayenne and Flambe are very similar, although I'd say Cayenne is much more of a true red, and this one is much more orange. So I'd say the only overlap on the two kits are going to be Cayenne, or Whip and Honeycomb. So, back to lip swatching. By the way, underneath Honeycomb, I used the lip liner from NYX in the shade Natural. Okay, so this is shade Sugarcane on my lips. This is a nude, but it's much more of like a pink toned nude, whereas Honeycomb had more of a neutral, almost a neutral, really, really light brown type of undertone. This is going to be your true pinky undertone. I love this color, first of all. This is a fantastic color. Underneath it, I'm using the NYX lip liner in Peekaboo Neutral. Oh, I love this formula. It's creamy and it's easy to go on, and it's matte, but it's not drying at all. It just, oh, these are fantastic. If you like regular lipsticks, these are going to be your jam, because holy hell, I'm obsessed with this formula. This is the shade Rhubarb on my lips. I used the lip liner Mauve from NYX. This is going to be your like fall brown toned berry, but the brown isn't super prevalent, if that makes any sense. This color is beautiful. This is totally up my alley. Like, this is my kind of like fancy everyday color, if that makes any sense. I love this color so much. Okay, and this is the shade Cayenne on my lips. I don't have a red lip liner, so I just NYXed the lip liner on this particular one, which I am not advocating. Definitely wear a lip liner if you're going to wear a bright red creamy lipstick like this. Makes it a lot easier. but this is on my lips. It's a true red, but it does have a touch of orange to it. It looks a lot more like flambe on my lips than it did on my hand, which may be a trick of the mind, I don't know, but this is it. Okay, so now we got all the lip products out of the way. I've got 2 more here to talk about, but we're going to fly through these because I'm not going to lip swatch everything because I don't need to. So the next one I want to talk about is going to be from Stila. So they have 2 different sets that they came out with this year. They came out with one that had 3 mini of their glitter and glow eyeshadows, and then they had one that had 6. I got the one that had 6 because, you know, more is more. So this retails for $45, and it's got the regular glitter and glow formula, but it's got a new formula in it also, which is the shimmer and glow. So you get 3 glitter and glow, 3 shimmer and glow. Okay, so of the new shimmer and glow formula, you get the colors Twig, Grace, and Peachy Sheen. So let's swatch. So we've got Twig, which is going to be like a really nice, beautiful, bronzed gorgeousness. So there's Twig right there. It's like a very metallic bronze shade. You've got Grace, which is like a champagne type of color. And you've got Peachy Sheen. Now, Peachy Sheen is very similar to their glitter and glow formula, and it's very sheer. So these 2, if you can see, it has no real glitter in them. They're just very shiny, metallic type of shades. But then Peachy Sheen is more like their regular formula, where it has actual glitter in it, but it's very sheer. So this might be a good one to like layer on top of one of the others and kind of make your own perfect shade, or layer on top of like a metallic eyeshadow, whatever you want. But it is more sheer, so it may be good for layering. And then for the glitter and glow, you get the shades Next to Note, which is going to be this beautiful red, maroon type of color. It's absolutely beautiful. So the next one is going to be Smoldering Satin, which is a very... Is Smoldering Satin available? Or am I thinking of Diamond Dust? Pretty sure Smoldering Satin is available. I'll check on it and put it in the description box. So this is going to be a very silver-based shade, and it's got silver glitter in it. So just like Next to Note has the same colored glitter in it, this one does too. And then we've got Kitten, which I think is different because the one that they have out now is called Kitten Karma, isn't it? I'll have to check on which of these shades. Now this one is going to be more like the Shimmer and Glow, where it's metallic, but it doesn't have any actual glitter in it. Maybe they've labeled this wrong, because I feel like this is going to be another Shimmer and Glow, and then Peachy Sheen should be in the Glitter and Glow. Maybe they mislabeled. I'll have to check on that. So if your main problem with the Glitter and Glows were the fact that the glitter does have a tendency to fall out, then maybe the Shimmer and Glow are going to be your path to take, because they don't have any glitter in them. They're just very metallic. So that's good. I'm glad they came out with a different formula and they heard people's issues with them. Now, just for comparison, here is the regular sized Glitter and Glows, and here's the mini size. So you do get a good bit less, obviously, but it's a really good deal if you really want to try out the formula and the new formula and try a whole bunch of different colors at once. So there's all of them swatched side by side. And again, this set retails for $45, and it's called the Eye for Elegance set. Okay, so the next holiday item I want to talk about is from Tarte, and this is going to be their Blush Bazaar. So it looks like this. It's got this beautiful purple and blue and silver kaleidoscope detail on the front, and the rest of the packaging is all mirrored gold. So you open it up, and you've got 10 shades total. We have 2 highlighters here, and then a whole bunch of blushes, which are all matte except for this one down here. So you've got the highlighters, one in gold, which is called Whimsical, and one in Worthy, or one in like a pinky type of champagne color, which is called Worthy. Don't think they're gonna show up. So there's the gold one right there. The gold one is much more intense, and right there, let me swatch it in a better place. So right there is the champagne color, which is called Worthy. The gold is definitely much more intense, much more pigmented, but they both look beautiful on the skin. I'm obsessed. So for the blushes, we've got the one that isn't matte, which is called Extraordinary, which is that right there. It's almost got like a duochrome gold shift to it, which is interesting. I've never seen that in a blush before. So then we've got Dainty, Endless, and Authentic. So Dainty, Endless, and Authentic. These are not the most pigmented blushes, but personally I prefer that because I don't want to be worried about my blush looking crazy and not being able to blend out. So there's 2 swipes of the blush. So there's Dainty, Endless, and Authentic. Okay, so next we have the shade Exhilarating, which is the most beautiful peachy shade I've ever seen in my life. We've got the shade Skillful, which is a really nice muted peachy mauve type of color. We've got the shade Fortunate, which is like a true peach, like peach to the max. There's one swipe. The thing about these is they come off very pigmented on the fingers, but once you actually start blending them and swatching them, they lose a lot of their pigment. So there's 2 swipes of True Peach in the palette. And then finally we have the shade Angelic, which is going to be right there. It's more like a mauve-y peach, but like less mauve-y than this one. It's more like a pink peach, I guess. I'm not very good at describing the differences of blushes, so I'll give myself that one. But I have been in love with this palette. Throwing stuff. I've been in love with this palette. These blend so effortlessly, and they're pigmented, but they're not too pigmented. So like, I tap my brush in twice, like very softly, and I find that's more than enough to sweep across my entire cheek and blend out. And it looks flawless every time. Absolutely flawless. I'm so happy that I picked this up because I can already tell I'm going to be obsessed with this and use it a lot. Because every time I do my makeup, I have to use it. Today I have Skillful on my cheek, and it's just the most beautiful flush. Just a really nice natural flush. And you could totally build this up if you wanted more pigment. I personally like less of a intense blush just because I already have pigmented pink cheeks, so I don't really want to add on to it all that much. I love holiday kits. I'm always sucked in by them. Sometimes they're not good deals. I will say that. Sometimes they're just not. But I think all of these really are, especially for these prices. Like 6 of these glitter and glow eyeshadows, even in the smaller size for $45 is amazing, because even the smaller ones, you're not going to go through them that often. You need the tiniest bit to cover your entire eyelid. So you're just not going to, like, I'm never going to go through this. But the odds of me going through this are not that much greater. They're just not. Especially when you have 6 colors to choose from, you're going to be using more. The big full size of this retails for $24. So you could buy 2 of these for the price, or 6 of these. It's a good deal, I promise. The Tarte blush kit retails for $44, and it's all full-size Amazonian clay blushes. I think they're full-size. Maybe they're not. This is a retail value of $150. Like, are you kidding me? That's so much savings, and you get to try out a whole bunch of shades of blushes. Because, like, if you're like me, I suck at picking out one blush shade. I don't know why. I just don't have a preference for blush shades. I like peaches, I like mauves, I like naturals, I like everything. So when I can do something like this, where I get to try out the formula without having to choose one shade, I'm sold. I'm automatically sold. Plus it comes with 2 highlighters. And who doesn't love a good highlighter? So all in all, I think all of these are fantastic deals, but they have so many others. So if any of these aren't your jam, just go check them out, because they have, every brand is coming out with like at least 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 holiday kits that are just fantastic deals. So I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know down below if there's any of the actual Sephora favorite kits that you want me to review. I have my eye on a few, so if you want a review on those, just let me know. I'd be happy to pick them up. And yes, I'm using that as an excuse to pick them up. Sue me. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.